Good morning, social media. Once again, this is Scott Michael Mauck Jr. with another video. So what I'm going to go over today is something a little bit different than what I've been doing for the past couple videos, which in the past couple videos, I've been basically teaching impacts that kind of help with mentality, because in my honest opinion, mentality is the hardest thing to teach and it's the hardest thing to develop. It was definitely the most difficult thing for myself. The reason why I like to teach it so much is because it really doesn't matter how much knowledge you have or how good at talking you are. If you're not able to take rejection and take no's and roll and adapt to your environment based off what's going on, you're not really going to succeed in sales. Some of the best salespeople I met in my life weren't even the best talkers or the most knowledgeable, but they were the most durable. They were able to take everything from the no's from the customers to the rude managers to having people tell them they weren't nothing, and then also learning to deal with life, because the biggest things in sales is that at any given time you can make an absolute fortune, and at any given time you can also make mediocre money and sometimes nothing at all, because as you know, in sales you can work 70 hours 80 hours a week and make not a dime in certain places unless they have a good guaranteed salary, which is what experienced salespeople look for constantly. It's what everybody looks for. But it takes some time and some skin in the game to get in that type of segment. But that's why I teach it first, because it's the most important thing, in my opinion, to honestly learn. Now, what I'm actually going to teach today is actual sales tactics. So everywhere I've gone in sales, luckily enough for myself, is that I've been around the block. I've worked in many fields. I've sold ACs, I've sold cars, I've sold solar, I've sold direct TV and electronics inside of a retail environment. I've gone door to door. I've gone business to business. I have hired employees, I've trained employees, and I've been everywhere. So I found that the best thing was not really to teach other people. I had to teach myself. And when you go to different places, the best way to adapt is to find out not what's different per se, but find out what's the same, so you can kind of go to your roots, go to your base, and really find a structure around that. And one thing that I have found is that the best thing to learn in your head is that you're not a salesperson. I know how cliche this sounds, like, no, you're not a salesperson, but in reality, you are a professional problem solver. All sales revolves around finding problems and solving them, because everybody you talk to, regardless of what it is you're selling, whether you're selling a service or whether you're selling a product, whatever the case might be, the customer has some sort of a problem. So for example, if I'm selling a car, maybe the customer doesn't have a car. Maybe the current car that they have is too big, maybe it's too small, maybe it's inefficient, maybe the interior of that vehicle doesn't match their cat. It really doesn't matter. It's a problem. So the biggest thing for me to do is do a needs analysis and find out what problems do they have. And most of the time, if you ask a customer, so what brings you in here today? Why are you trading in your vehicle? Well, my vehicle has been perfect its whole life. Yes, sir. I definitely understand. I'm sure it's been extremely reliable the entire time you've had it. But obviously something's brought you in here today. What is it about your vehicle that it's not serving or not doing? Is it out of warranty? Is it not the right color? Is it not big enough? Is the family getting bigger and you need more seats? What is it? What is driving you to come in here today? So the first step, and I find the best way to teach things is to break it down into 3 steps. And I've actually learned these 3 steps and was able to adapt them for myself from Smart Circle International. And it's called the 3 steps to a hotspot. So the first step is finding out what the problem is. The second step is explaining to the customer why that problem is there, if they don't already know, and then solve it. Find the problem, explain the problem, solve it. 3 steps to a hotspot is the easiest way to do it in your head, because a lot of people, when they're selling something, they're just babbling off all this stuff that the vehicle or the service can do for them. It's this, that, and the third. And sometimes you over talk the customer, because people don't care about all the problems that your product or service can solve. What they care about is what problems of theirs does it solve. So you have to treat each customer as like a tailored suit. Why does a tailored suit cost more than a suit from JCPenney's? The reason why is because it's tailored to you. It's not a one size fits all. It's a one size fits them. And most customers like to feel special, like you tailor the entire sales process to them. And the best way to do that is finding problems. anything I can adapt to myself on why I've been successful in any career that I've ever had was that I am amazing at finding problems and explaining problems and giving out good metaphors and analogies to give people a better understanding of the problems that they are facing. And that way they can absorb that information and basically tailor it to themselves along with all the information that they have provided me. So don't be a salesperson. If you have to sell the product or service that you are working for, you are working for the wrong company. Your product and service should sell itself just for being successful, and it has its own name. It has indirect marketers that do all that work for you. Your job is to explain to a customer why your product or service best fits them and adapts to them, and it solves all their problems. If you can do that, you're going to be a beast of a salesperson, okay? Thank you so much for your time, guys. You have a great day. And if I have this on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit that button right down there. You have a great and fantastic day, guys. Bye-bye.